Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to Gutha Mandala for achieving SAT score 1570, Farah Khalil 1540, Kunal Varma 1510, and many more top 1% scores.
Join our summer premier SAT and ACT program. Pay now. Start in summer and get 40% discount.
Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ వారి గోల్డ్ ప్రామిస్ తో కురుస్తోంది బంగారు నాణాల వర్షం. గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్ ఆభరణాలు కొనుగోలు చేసి బంగారు నాణాలని ఉచితంగా తప్పకుండా పొందండి. త్వరపడండి, మీ దగ్గరలోని స్టోర్ కి వెళ్లి ప్రత్యేకమైన జ్యువెలరీ కలెక్షన్ ని ప్రత్యేకమైన ధరల్లో పొందండి. కేవలం మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ తో మాత్రమే.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour. Or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@testpreppundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
PSAT. Do you have a middle school child? Are you aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Do you know how strong they are in academics? We have an innovative PSAT program for grades 6 through 9. We will help your child thrive in academics and get them to the top 1% of the nation. It's never too early to start. Join our prestigious PSAT program. For more information, contact us, info@testpreppundits.com or 844-383-7844.
Summer is the best time to boost your scores. Test Prep Pundits present Self-Prep SAT ACT course.
Hello and welcome back to a fantastic episode of the talk show with the experts. Banthu and my expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much for being on the show, Andy.
Thank you for inviting me, Garu.
And to all our viewers, this program has been brought to you by the Test Prep Pundits, a home to the top 1% scores. They are conducting a free SAT and ACT bootcamp on June 18th. Please check their website for further details or info@testpreppundits for more details on matter. And our program has been supported by Malabar Jewelers and Movers.com. So thank you for that. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BBTV, and Dish Network. All right. Coming to the topic for today, Rahul garu. USCIS says AOS filed by June 22 will be approved by September 22. Now that's a very bold statement to make given what's been going on so far. Please, your thoughts on it and, your take on such a statement and, what's going to happen really.
After a long time, I'm a bit happy with USCIS, how they are proceeding.
Okay.
They did give a public statement saying that in the public statement, they gave that by April of 2022, if the application is pending, they're going to adjudicate it by September of 2022, though. Now, they gave a private statement when it comes to the AILA, which is Immigration Lawyers Association, which we all immigration lawyers are part of it. It is
right.
Most 90% of the immigration lawyers, including me, are part of it. There they made a statement saying that it is going to be the applications. It's going to be the applications that have been filed by June 2022 that will be adjudicated by September. That's the statement. Now, here is one catch point, Nitegar. What happened is that what happened is that we don't know whether clearly if the I-140 and 485 has been filed together, they're going to adjudicate those applications, or they're going to only adjudicate the applications that have been filed singly. That means only 485. Remember, in October of 2020, we filed a lot of applications with I-140 and 485s, right? Now, we have noticed that the applications that have been filed solely, just only 485, are getting faster approvals. So the reason is that it doesn't go to Texas Service Center or Nebraska Service Center, which we call as a black holes. They normally go to the National Benefit Center, so they're getting adjudicated. So we don't know whether the statement says that it means it filed jointly or filed separately.
Okay.
So either way, a lot of our audiences wrote letters to the congressman, to the ombudsman, to the USCIS office director. It really, really worked, Nitya. It really. I mean, I've never seen USCIS going so aggressively in the 485. Why they are not giving statements to the family immigration? Why they are only giving statements to the business immigration?
Right.
It's because our guys have acted very much. I don't know of anybody else other than the TV Asia campaign where people started writing letters to these people. And TV Asia has been very generous in providing the drafts of the letters, which links were being provided at the bottom of it. There are some surprising things that I want to inform our audiences. One thing is that in May of 2022, the number of green cards that were being approved, especially I calculate only my desk, okay? That's Rahul Reddy desk in Reddy and MNPC. There are other lawyers in Reddy and MNPC too. I work mostly in adjustment of status in my office. So in my desk, what I noticed is that the number of approvals as compared to April of 2022 to May of 2022, it's doubled, which is a very good news.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully so, if that continues so, and hopefully if that numbers are there though, they may be able to use all 280,000 green cards.
Okay.
As Emily has in the previous session has suggested to our audiences that they have moved the adjudication of the I-485, that is adjustment of status applications, from Texas and Nebraska, which were black holes, to the National Benefit Center though. So, they have transferred a good number of those cases. They've also, with the pressure that we put it on, they have given a special address in California to do interfiling from EB3 to EB2. And that's also working right now. For about 4 months or so, Nitya Garu, we said none of the interfiles ever got approved. Right. Now we are changing the statements that interfiling cases are also getting approved. That's good news. What I would suggest, what people can do to expedite their case. I mean, going to congressman not working, ombudsman not working, those are the things that you can do if you want to. There are certain things that I would suggest our audiences to do. If your I-140 is not approved, you better do premium processing. We've been suggesting that from November of 2022 to right now. Please get your underlying I-140 approved. Even if you have interfiled with an approved EB2 though, get your EB3 I-140 approved. That's the number one step that I recommend to people to do. Second thing is that if you have not filed the medicals though, if you have not interfiled the medicals, when you do interfile the medicals, get 2 original copies of it. Just in case if the USCIS sends an RFE, you can send another original to the USCIS. So that's one other step that I recommend people to do it. The third step that I recommend people to do it is that USCIS is sometimes issuing RFP for medicals. That's one thing. Or sometimes they're asking to file a 485J supplement. Be prepared for these 2 things, though, and try to respond to the RFE ASAP. Okay. As soon as the RFE comes in, you prepare for the medical, you prepare for the 485J supplement. Even when you see the online, RFE has been issued, go to the medical, get the medical done if you have not done the medical before. And prepare for the 485J supplement, because when we respond RFE, they're adjudicating the cases much faster. And there are some new discoveries that we came to know, which we have been practicing immigration law 25 years. Our audiences keep coming up with all the creative solutions, but sometimes immigration also suggests us some creative solutions though. Right. There are some green cards, Nitya. What happened is that we filed the application in EB3. We filed the application in EB3. And the final action date is not, there's no EB2 approval for that. No EB2 approval, none. The final action date is not current right now. And they got their green cards. There was never EB2 green card approval. Now, our issue is, and on the green card approval, though, the signal is very clear. It's EB3 that underlying application has been approved for. Okay. So now our question is mainly what happened? How can they get the green card? Final action date has not been current for EB3. How could they get the green card? So we contacted Congress and Ombudsman. It doesn't work. We sent, actually, Ombudsman did work and also Freedom of Information, Ombudsman work in this case though. What happened, the Ombudsman responded to us, Nitya Garu, saying that the USCIS actually allocated the EB3 number before to this particular individual. Oh. They're actually giving the green card in May of 2022, but the green card was allocated somewhere in January or probably October of 2021 that they're giving it right now.
Okay.
Then my question to the USCIS is, why the goddamn people are waiting for so long? Why can't you allocate all the numbers immediately to the people? Why can't you allocate all the numbers so that numbers will not be wasted? And if by any chance you don't give the green card to this particular individual, it happens to be that this guy turns out to be a criminal, okay, other than the traffic tickets, then you can always cancel the green card. That's okay. That's only we will lose 2 to 3% of the green cards, so which we are fine rather than using 50% of the green card. So in the draft letter that we have modified right now, because we learned from the USCIS they allocate the numbers before, that the draft letter saying that, hey, allocate all the green cards to the people. Whoever has I-140 has been approved, okay? And then later on, if you don't give the green card, going in 2023, you can always say that, okay, that number has been reversed now. So in our draft letters, we have some modified. The draft letter is not ready, but I will tell you by end of today, the draft letter will be ready in the links that Tvasia is providing.
Nice.
So in that way, just in case if the USCIS does not adjudicate all the green cards, they can allocate the numbers so that we can kick all these guys out of the green card line. And then next year, we will have a fresh green card line going forward where we can use the all 280,000. Awesome. And then that also created another idea for us, Nitya Garu. When we file a H-1B, when will be the number be allocated to us? Okay. When the USCIS takes our money on the H-1B, the number is allocated.
Right. Okay.
That was previous to 3 years. From past 3 years, they've been allocating numbers through a lottery system where we pay $10. So when the H-1B lottery is selected in the lottery by $10, when we file it, the case number is allocated. That means that visa number is allocated for the H-1B. Okay. Why can't the USCIS do the same thing for our 485 applications, especially when they're wasting the green cards?
True.
Especially when they're wasting the green cards. So if they allocate the numbers, what will happen is that all these Indian guys who are in the pipeline will get the green card earlier, and the next year we'll have a fresh quota.
Got it.
So we came up with these 2 new solutions. We want administration to listen to our things. They have listened to us. They have listened to you. They have listened to Tvasia. So we want these 2 additional points also to point out. It's not ready yet. The draft is by end of today. It will be ready. It will be posted by Tvasia. In fact, I already gave it to Tvasia. They said they'll post it out in the video. The article will be linked. So these are 2 creative ideas we came up. We want your support to clean up and get all the green cards for you. That's going to be good for the nation. That's going to be good for USA, good for India, good for me, good for you, good for everybody.
Good for everyone.
And we expect everybody to keep writing letters. So next week, we will put a request that if they have written the new letter, we're going to try to respond to those people more than compared to just asking us questions.
Awesome, Andy. Thank you so much, Rahul Garu. That was pretty enlightening stuff. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this, Sandy?
No, we can go to questions and answers.
Okay, just before we go to the questions, just a quick mention. I wasn't on the show last week. I had another show on Mata, which was in Georgia. But I happened to meet so many people who watched this show So I wanted to take a minute and thank all our viewers who came out to that show as well and, told us that they watch this show on a weekly basis. So, and some of them actually got their green card. Some of them are almost there. So all the very best to the ones who've all, are almost there, and congrats to the ones that have already got it. But Rahul, it was so nice to meet a lot of the viewers in person and to get their feedback also on the show. It was very exciting and wonderful.
I was not there in the last weekend. I was in the Budapest, capital of Hungary, and I find a guy there. Hey, you are the TV Asia guy. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really very heartwarming to meet the people who are calling us and making the show happen. So thank you all, and let's start taking our callers and onto the live chat as well. So first caller for the day, a caller ending with the number 3936. We're ready for you. Caller with number 3936 ending. Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Nitya and Rahul garu.
Hi, ma'am. Chapandi.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. Rahul, I have a question. My family, we have filed for 485, 765, and 131. My husband is the primary applicant. We filed back in the month of September in Texas.
September of which
February,
year? Which year?
September 2021.
Okay, got it. Keep going.
Okay, in February, with your advice, I applied for expedite request for healthcare worker. So I got my EAD in a week. My husband and my kid is still pending. So now I got a job offer with another pharmaceutical company. Can I transfer? Can I change the job while they are still pending and I only have EAD?
You are the dependent. Your husband is the main applicant.
Yes.
Well, you can do anything you want to. You can flip a burger in McDonald's. You can be a Microsoft CEO. You can do a different job. Okay. You are not the main applicant until your husband gets a green card. He needs to be in a similar profession, and there are certain rules. For you, there are no rules exist. But don't sell marijuana.
Okay. Okay. Because I got expedite request approved in healthcare, will they question me if I have an interview? Okay.
No.
All right. Thank you.
You mean to, yeah. You were in healthcare at the time when you expedited. Now you can be flipping a burger. Yes. That's fine. Nothing wrong with it.
Okay. All right. I was scared because just in case if they ask me in the 485 interview.
No. You were healthcare on the day you requested, which is right. And next day you're a Microsoft CEO. You're not healthcare. Fine. That's perfectly all right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Go to the next person.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take a next caller. Rahul, got a question from you. This is from Pia. She says, I have an EB3 FAD current and case is at the National Benefit Center. My attorney interfiled to EB2 to the California address, and I sent another copy to NBC. Received 2 different receipts with 2 different numbers. Would that cause any problems now?
No, that would not cause any problem. But I would request you guys to send to California rather than National Benefit Center, because it won't cause any problem since you already sent to California. That's good. But I request to reduce the load of them a little bit by not sending it to National Benefit Center.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with phone number ending in 7075. We're ready for you. Hello?
Hello,
sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, hi. So, my priority date is September 2013. In October 2020, I filed EB3 downgrade, but there hasn't been any movement since March 2021. So a month back, I refiled under EB2, and I think my petition was received by USCIS on June 1st, though I'm still waiting for my actual receipts for the 485 under EB2 filing. So with this petition, I included everything like medicals, 485J and everything. But my lawyer refused to file EAD and AP with this new 485. She said, since my EB3 485 is still valid, I can continue using the old EAD and AP if required. But I'm just reading mixed info on that, and I think
I use a different strategy of filing EAD in advance parole. Some of my EADs and advanced paroles got denied because they said, hey, you already have an EAD and advanced parole. Why? But later on, recently, we're noticing that we're getting the EAD and the AP advance approval. But for some of the cases, we are not even getting EAD approval. We're directly getting the green card. I would not say that your lawyer is wrong.
Okay.
I wouldn't agree with your lawyer, but I wouldn't say that your lawyer is wrong. You can still use it and you will still be considered to be EB2 person if you want to be, okay?
Okay. And the second question was, do you recommend interfiling as well? I mean, I'm still waiting for my receipts, but I mean, the tracking shows that it was delivered
since you have refiled it though, at this point of time, I would not recommend to interfile. Now, you can keep watching the TV issue. In 2 to 3 months, I may change my opinion based on how the USCIS is adjudicating the applications for the interfiling. But for now, if I were you, I would not interfile. We'll go to the next caller.
Okay,
thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Caller, and question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Arun Karthik. Says, does employer have to refile the I-140 if it's withdrawn earlier for processing the I-485?
Yes. If the previous company has withdrawn the I-140 application, it's been withdrawn and it's been revoked because it's been withdrawn, then if you want to file the 485, you can still file it, but the company has to file the I-140 and 485. They do not have to file the POM labor. They just need to file an I-140 and 485.
Yeah. All right. On that note, let's take our next caller, Randy. Caller with phone number ending in 2149. We're ready for you. Hello.
Hello, Nitya and Rahul. I have a very quick question. Again, October 2020, EB3 filer sent interfile to California address. How do we know that EB2 I-140 is connected to my I-45?
There is no way we can officially know it because by getting a 485J receipt notice, it's not guaranteed that you're connected with the EB2. When they do adjudicate the EB2 approval and you get the green card in your hand with EB2, that's when we will determine that it's been done. Or if they issue an RFP and they cite the EB2 I-140, that's when we can say that your EB2 has been linked with your 485 application. And there is nothing you can do about it either, other than what you already done.
Got it. Thousands are facing this issue, so I thought I'll ask again. So a lot of applications stuck in Nebraska Service Center, October 2020 filers. Any advice? A lot of them are 2012, 2013 filers.
As such, I know that rumor is going around that Nebraska is stuck. Texas Service Center has moved all its applications. It's going around. I see in the WhatsApp and the other Telegram groups. So there's not much we can do other than keep writing the letters that I have put it out there. Okay? We'll go to the next caller.
Thank you, Nitin. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take
and
keep
writing
caller.
the letters to the congressman, keep writing letters to the ombudsman, keep writing letters to the USCIS director. The things are being provided there.
Okay. All right. Question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Shankar M. Says, hi, from India. H1B cap filed and approved in 21. Did not go stamping then in India. Will I be considered as H1B cap exempt and transfer my H1B to the new employer anytime and go for stamping once approved?
No. If you have not got the stamping done, you are technically not counted towards the H1B number. Only when you get the stamping, or if you are in United States, you have the H1B with the I-94, that's when you will be considered to have been counted toward the H1B number.
Oh, got it. Okay. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our next caller, Andy. All right. Caller with phone number ending in 1512. We're ready for you. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Hi,
Please
my name is Kiran. Hi, thank you, Rahul, for helping Indian community on immigration. I have a couple of questions. My priority date is December 2012 on EB2, and in October 2020 I downgraded to EB3, and in February 2022 again I interfiled to EB2. So I have a couple of questions. One is my EAD advanced payroll, I didn't receive it. They sent it, but somehow I didn't receive it. I called USCIS. They said they never received the package, but USCIS is saying I need to reapply it. So I'm just thinking what to reapply and what do you recommend?
Well, you filed in October 2020. You didn't file EAD and AP from that time to right now? It's almost like 1.5 years, more than that.
Yeah, I applied in October 2020, advanced payroll and EAD, but I did not receive them. They sent it, but I did not receive. Somehow I missed
That's a long time. That's a long time. Just refile the application. There's not even a filing fees for it. Why are you hesitating?
I heard that the filing fee, we don't need to pay for it again?
No, there was never a filing fees for you.
For EAD and advanced payroll again?
No, it was never there in October 2020. Maybe if you have included the filing fees, they will reject the entire case.
I applied in October 2020. No, I applied in October 2020.
You told me that is it received? You said they didn't receive. You don't have a receipt notice.
No. EAD advanced payroll, they are approved also. They sent it the cards, but I didn't receive the cards to my mail.
Okay. Then if you have not received it, you have to refile the EAD and advanced parole application, requesting that you never received it, and you have to send the passport pictures for them. Because if you don't send the passport pictures, they will never approve it. If you keep on calling, you go to Emma, you go to Congressman, you go to Ombudsman, they don't have the passport pictures to do it. So refile the application saying that you never received it and file it immediately. We'll go to the next caller.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, can I ask another question?
Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah. At this moment, do you recommend to apply again fresh EB2? I interfered from EB3 to the EB2 in February 2022. Do you recommend fresh now?
That's going to be a tough question to answer. I put a video on interfiling or refiling about in March of 2012, March of 2022. You can watch that video and make a decision. But at this point of time, I'm not completely leaning to refiling the application right now. Okay? Because you already interfiled in February of 2022. Next person, please.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. And question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Ajay Raju. Says, hi, how likely can the dates move for EB2 India in the remaining 2 visa bulletins for the year?
It's a very tough question. I've gone wrong so many times in predicting the priority dates. So I don't see the reason why the priority dates will move beyond January 1st of 2015 in the next 2 months, though. The main reason, Nitya Garu, is that even if they move, though, they won't have enough time to take the cases and adjudicate those applications, though. However, if they're smart enough, if this USCIS and State Department are from the planet Earth, though,
right.
According to my expectation, they should move all the way to 2017. Here is why. Because, Nitya Garu, we need to plan for next year.
Correct.
When we have a family, how do we plan? Okay, what's the immediate goal? What is the financial goal for the next month? What is the next goal? These people have thinking only 2 months, 3 months in advance. But their processing time is 18 months. They should process it. They should move the dates in a way that they should adjudicate the applications. We're expecting about 60,000 extra green cards next year. So if they do, they need to adjudicate almost like 200,000 applications in 2023, where the fiscal year starts on October 1st of 2022. So they should move, according to me, if they live in this earth, they should move it to 2017. But as we know that the USCIS is from Mars, State Department is from Venus, yes. I'm not expecting much movement. And hopefully, so I go wrong and they come to Earth, then they can move. But one thing I am expecting right now, which I went wrong in October of 2021. I went wrong in October of 2020 also. I didn't expect it all the way to move to January of 2015. I'm expecting in October of 2022, which is fiscal year starts on for the 2023 starts on October 1st. So we're expecting the priority date to move. The reason is that there is an aggressive movement in adjudicating the applications that are pending with USCIS right now. They have given very many statements and they're allocating the numbers. So if they continue at the same pace though, they may finish most of the applications that are pending, and that will leave a lot of room for 2023. With the extra 60,000 green cards, we may expect some good movement in 2023, ma'am.
Got it. All right. Thank you for that, Rahul Garu. And let's take our next caller, Andy. Next caller, please. Sorry, guys, please hold on for 1 second. We have some technical issue. Can we take our next caller, Andy? Caller with the phone number ending in 9549. We're ready for you. 9549. Hello? 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 Caller with number ending in 9549. Hello? All right, looks like there's some issue. Let's take another one. Caller with phone number ending in 2683.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we're able to hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
I have a question.
Sir, can you speak up a little bit, please? Sir, do you mind speaking up a little bit?
Hello. Yeah.
Hello,
now
sir.
you can hear me.
Yeah, it's better now.
I did the EB2 to EB3 downgrade in November.
November 2020.
Okay. Yeah, I got the EAD and advanced parole now. So I can using that EAD and advanced parole by traveling. I will be converted to EB3 or.
Okay. What is your priority date?
November 2013.
Did you interfile for EB3, EB2?
Yeah, I interfiled. I got the receipt also 2 weeks before.
Okay. If you travel in advance parole though, your interfiling will not be affected. You will still be considered to be EB2. You're fine with that though. Let me tell you one other thing, Andy, for you, is that when people travel on advance parole, if they have the H1B and H4 valid, they will ignore that you ever traveled on advance parole. They will consider you on H1B and H4. You can extend the H1B visa. You can extend the H4. You can transfer to a different company on a H1B. You can amend the H1B even though you traveled on the advance parole, if the H1B validity is still there, if you're still working for the same company. But as far as the interfiling is concerned, you don't have a problem. There is only one slight issue that may ever come up, is that if you intend to refile under EB2 though, at that point of time, we tell people to do something called Margarita switch, okay? That's the only thing that we do. But for you though, you're only concerned about interfiling and extending the H1B. You have no problem whatsoever at all in you traveling in advance parole and coming back. We'll go to the next caller.
One more question.
Go ahead, sir.
Oops.
Actually, my I-140 downgrade is not approved, so my lawyer is not interested to do that. It is forced to tell him to do that for premium processing.
We cannot, unfortunately, we cannot force him to do the premium processing, and that's their rule. That's a very bad company. That's all you can say. But there's nothing you can. We can't force him to do premium processing. We'll go to the next one, Andy.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much for calling, sir. All right, let's take our next caller and question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Ajay Raju. He says, How likely dates can move for EB2 in India and remaining 2 visa bulletins for the year?
I think so. We addressed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. The questions keep scrolling up. So this is from BBM, wrote letter to senator, big shout out. Received 485 along with 485J. Received all receipts except 485J. Been more than 40 days since petition received. Is it mandatory if we receive the 485J receipt with the same employer?
Absolutely not needed for the 485J to be received though. There are sometimes they issue the 485J, there are sometimes they don't issue the 485J. Right. There are sometimes they approve the 485J, there are sometimes they never approve the 485J. Irrespective of, it will have no impact, none whatsoever at all on your 485 application. Whether you get it, receipt notice, not get it, whether your 485J is approved or not approved will have no impact, none whatsoever at all on your 485 AOS application.
All right. Thanks, Sandy. Let's take a caller. Next caller. All right. Caller with phone number ending in 9549. We're ready for you. Hello? Caller with number ending in 9549, Andy. Please press *6 to unmute your line. *6 to unmute your line, Andy. Hello? Hello? All right.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, ma'am?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Rahul Garu, I have 2 questions. So my 485 filed in October 20 in EB3 downgrade and biometrics are done in biometrics are done in August 21 and still it is right now it is in Texas Service Center. So my priority date is September 2014. And it is the current for July visa bulletin. Considering we have 3 months left in this year, so what is the best strategy for me, whether it is interfile or refile to trigger an event?
That's going to be a tough question for me though. Your underlying I-140 is approved, is right?
Yes.
Okay, I still will refer you to the video that I put it out in March of April of 2022 though, or March of 2022 though. But I want you to do either one of it though, okay? And I want you to do it immediately.
Okay, either one is fine, either write the file or refile.
Right, you have to make a choice.
Both at the same time?
It's up to you if you want to do both. It's not illegal for you to do both. I don't recommend it, but it's not illegal.
Oh, okay. Either way is fine, right? Either interfiling or refiling.
Right. Either way is just watch the video. If you still can't make the decision, don't come to me. Go to your spouse or any significant other. Use the coin toss and make a decision. Interfiling or refiling if you can't make a decision. We'll go to the next one.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. All right. Let's take our next caller. And in the meantime, question from Basha M says, many 485 applications are stuck in Nebraska. Any advice to transfer? What can I do to expedite?
I think so. We address this.
I'm sure. Okay. I just don't want to miss out anything, Andy. All right. This is from RR. Says my L1 is expiring in 3 months while my I-140 was applied in March 22. What are my options if my L1 extension is denied?
Very good. Very easy option for him is that if he has not filed a 485 application, he should file a 485 application. If he files a 485 application, don't convert the L1 into premium processing and he will get an EAD. So if the L1 fails though, if the I-140 gets approved, then he is in a good shape. I'm assuming that I-140 has been filed under EB1C.
Got it. Okay. RR, if there's any discrepancies with that, please do try to call us. And let's take our next caller as well. Okay, caller with phone number ending in 0567. We're ready for you now. 0567. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah,
yes,
can
sir?
You hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead. *6 Sunday to unmute your line.
Yeah. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Rahul. Hi, Nithya. Thanks a lot for taking time. I filed my 485B2 straight for the first time on May 13th. It's been more than 4 weeks. I haven't received the receipt notice yet. Technically, it's been 30 calendar days. I don't know if they say 30 business days or calendar days. What are my options here?
We are receiving, I mean, it's a zigzag. Some of the cases that we filed in last week of May, we have to get the receipt notice. But I would say at this point of time, in my office, it's about May 9th to May 12th. So you should wait for about a week or 10 days more.
Okay, can I wait? Can I file the notice of non-delivery notice? Non-delivery? There is a form to fill, right?
I don't think so. You should do that.
Or just wait?
I don't think so. You should do that right now. You should wait.
And one more question. How long is it going to take for background check verification after the biometrics is being taken?
2 days. And it used to take 2 days. Yeah. So back in old days, so when I got my green card, though, it used to take 15 months, sometimes 12 to 15 months. Nowadays, it's all electronic. Once you do biometrics, zoom, it goes there. It goes to all databases, check if you are the Osama bin Laden's son or whatever it is, and then it comes back. It doesn't take much time.
Okay,
now, that's for 98% of the time, though. There are 2% of the time when they say background check, they may have some issues with your I-140. They may have some issues with your H-1B that was been filed. Sometimes it randomly picks some people out and they do extra background check, though. That's only for 2% of the people. For 98% of the people, it will be cleared in 2 days.
Okay, my 485, I didn't have the 140 approved. I just got the receipt number and I sent the 485 application to the Arizona logbox, just straight application, just with the receipt number. Does it have anything to do with that because I didn't receive receipt number yet, or it's not related?
No, you're unnecessarily dissecting too much. We'll go to the next person. Just wait for 10 more days, okay? Have patience. Come, not next week, but the coming week, okay?
All right. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in, Andy. Let's take our next caller and question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Rahul Reed. Big shout out, wrote letters to Senator and the Congressman. Very good. So he says, does it mean AOS filed as new petitions before June 22nd, June of 22 will be approved by September 22, or does it also include interfile cases? I know you talked about this, but just to re-clarify his question, Andy.
Yeah. They have not clarified it very clearly. I will take the assumption that all the cases where the I-140 has been approved, interfiling has been done, they should adjudicate the cases if it's been pending by June, and by September they should approve it if it's been filed by June. That is how I read that one, though. But when I see the practicality, I look a little bit differently. The cases that have been straight filed are getting approved faster, definitely. But as I said, Nitya Garu, I've seen a lot of pace improvement in the 485 application, a very unprecedented pace. And if anybody wants to look into how the pace is going on, we published an article in immigrationgirl.com. That's my business partner, Emily Newman, publishes it. We publish every day is from my desk how many green cards are getting approved. So you can look into that, though.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. And let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with number ending in 2171. We're ready for you. Caller with number ending in 2171. Hello? *6, Andy, to unmute your line. *6 to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Namaste. Last name Rahul Garu. This is first name Rahul, and we have talked before, if you remember.
Okay. Go ahead.
I have a couple of quick questions. I think 3 or 4, but hopefully they are quick. And I'm going back to the title of this session, when USCIS is saying that, or expecting that they would actually adjudicate all of the 485s filed until the end of June, are they only talking per your, best guess? Are they only talking about the EB2 or EB3s? Because with the downgrade, a considerable number of EB2s.
Anything which is current. And I-140 is approved.
Okay. The other question I have was with respect to, so say for example, someone downgraded last like 2020 and then from EB2 to EB3 and let's say happen to move to a different employer using AC21 portability. Can an interfile be done requesting transfer basis based on the approved EB2 from your previous employer? Can the new employer do that? I listened to some of your earlier, videos, and there is possibility that it can be done and be accepted.
It's a very tough question that you asked, though. Whether it can be done, whether it should be done, whether the USCIS can approve the applications if your new company has never got an EB2 I-140 approval, though. Now, the creative solution came up with when the USCIS is suggesting us, when they are issuing an RFP to us, they're suggesting and pointing out to EB2 I-140 approval, though. Even though we never filed a 485 application, though, I say that we try to do some of the conversions, like exactly where you're working with company A, you have downgraded to EB3, and now you move to EB2. The priority, you move to company B. EB2 is correct. We did some request to the USCIS pointing out the EB2 I-140 approval of previous company A's. As of now, we did not get any result, though. So we'll have to keep watching on that. And then we'll report to you either from our office or through the ALA or even from people like you guys giving feedback. We'll report for you. Keep watching the TV Asia. We'll report to you. But we tried a couple of cases, but we haven't yet get the results yet.
Okay, so that is still an outstanding question, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, and I have one other question. Basically, let's say if the interfile number from EB3, because lots of EB3s today are actually the EB2s of yesterday, right? And everyone knows that.
You're right.
If they choose not to interfile, let's say if the interfile number going back to the higher basis happens to be small, because it was small until today, like until the last month, it wasn't really too great. My question is, do you, based on your best guess, do you see any of those spillover numbers coming over to EB3 at all up to this end of fiscal year, or not at all? You see where I'm going?
I know.
For people who chose to continue with EB3.
I know what you're telling. What you're telling is that there are too many EB2s, which are priority date is current. Not many people are in EB3. Here is where we got deceived, though. We all got deceived. Why is the EB3 not moving forward that much? The reason is that there are a lot of cases that the numbers were being allocated previously. For example, if people who are in 2013 only in EB3, never in EB2, never been EB2, they're also getting approved because they're telling that in somewhere in December or November of 2022, the prior date was current. We allocated the number at that point of time. That's the reason why we see more EB2 moving, because we're still getting those approvals, though. So there is very unlikely chance, very less chance, that the numbers will flow from EB2 to EB3. Very less chance. We'll go to the next caller.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling again. Let's take our next caller.
Good question.
Sorry,
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And Rahul, got a question for you. In the meantime, this is from Niladri Chakravarti. Says USCIS will approve adjustment of status filed till June. Does that mean that AOS applications in July won't be processed?
Well, it's not that it won't be processed. It will be processed. But they're targeting June. That's what I see that. That doesn't mean that July will not be processed. If you look into the immigrationgirl.com, she publishes every week, every 2-3 days, she publishes there are cases that are filed in March of 2022 and that got approved in May of 2022. Right. So there is a chance if you file in July, they can still be approved, though. If you are the person, I mean, you're filing in July though. Yeah, I mean, you file in July, it may be adjudicated, maybe it doesn't get adjudicated. Let me adjudicate in October if the priority date is still current. What's wrong? I'll still take it. But it's going to be very unlikely that a bulk number of cases that are filed in July most probably will not be approved by September.
Okay, got it. All right, let's take our next caller, Andy. The next caller, please. Okay, caller with number ending in 8692. We're ready for you. 8692.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. Please press star 600 to unmute your line. Star 6 to unmute your line. Hello, ma'am?
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am, now?
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am. Please go ahead.
So I have a question. I applied for 485 under EB3, and it was in October of 2021. And, it was a standalone application. It went to NBC originally, and then 2 months later, they transferred it to Nebraska. And then it's been sitting in Nebraska for the last 7 months. And so the question is, I heard that they were transferring the applications from Nebraska and Texas to NBC for processing. So
what is your priority date?
Yes, it's May of 2010. So the question is, can I apply another 485 under EB3?
So previously you applied under EB2 or EB3?
No, it was all EB3, sir. I had I-140 approval. It was EB3 I-140 approved, and it was already approved, and then I applied for 485. So it was like what you call a standalone 485 application.
I got it. So now your question is that since it's stuck
My question is, can I apply? I don't have an I-140 and EB2, so can I apply 485 and EB3 again so that it goes to NBC? I mean, I don't know if that's an option.
That's definitely not illegal. It's definitely not illegal to file it again. Under your circumstances, I may seriously consider filing it though, because your case has been went to National Benefit Center. The stupid people transferred to Nebraska Service Center. There are too many rumors on Nebraska Service Center right now. If I were your lawyer, I may not recommend, but yeah, I will. Yeah, it's probably considerable. You can. It's nothing. It's not illegal for you to refile it under EB3.
And why did they not suggest that as an option to people? Instead of having the USCIS move their applications from Nebraska and Texas to NBC, you should have just told people to just please apply new applications to NBC. That would be much more expedient and efficient for people. Like
wait. You have a good point, but let's debate a little bit though. When we file the application though, we don't file it with the Texas Service Center, Nebraska Service Center, or National Benefit Center though. We file it with the PO box, which is, with the lock box, which they call it. Then they will allocate those particular files to different service centers though. So for example, if we file with the I-140, it typically will go to Nebraska Service Center or Texas Service Center. It will not go to National Benefit Center. Your case went to National Benefit Center. It's very stupid for them to transfer it to Nebraska though. They are not doing that anymore. You filed in October of 2021 though. The cases that we filed in January of 2022 onwards though, or February of 2022, not a single case ever went to Nebraska Service Center. They all went to National Benefit Center. But I don't know why yours has been transferred. The only explanation that I can give it to you is that they don't live on this planet Earth.
I agree.
Yeah, it probably is worth for you to refile. You may want to consider that though, because there is no way that you can request, can I please move my file to National Benefit Center? My priority date is current. My final action date is current. My I-140 has been approved. There is no request that you can do. So probably a request is just to refile the entire 485 application. That may be worth for you. We'll go to the next call, Randy.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling, Randy. All right. And let's take our next caller. Question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Madhu P. Says, will a DUI cause delay in processing the application? Any possibility of rejection? Do you expect EB2 retrogression in October?
First of all,
DUI to retrogression.
Yeah. There may be some temporary final action retrogression in October. Temporary final action, not the filing dates though. Okay. Second, I'm answering the reverse way though, not the way you asked the question. Okay. Do I see any green card getting denied because of the DUI? The answer is no, I did not see that yet.
Okay.
Will it cause delay in getting the green card? Yes, it will. The reason is that, Nitya Garu, anybody who has a criminal history, other than the traffic tickets though, they will be called for the interview. Right. And that's where the delay occurs, is what I see in the DUI though. Make sure you take all the certified copies. What is certified copies? Is that you go to the courthouse, you pay them $4, $5, depending on which county you are in, or $10. They will give you a certified copy. So they want to see the certified copies of it, because anybody can make a PDF nowadays. So they want to see the certified copies of it. That's one thing. When you get a certified copies, I strongly recommend get 5 certified copies, guys, because you also need one when you get the citizenship too. So get 5 certified copies. If you pay $10, pay $100, pay $50, get 5 certified copies. Because for you to make an extra trip, it's going to trip to the courthouse. It's going to take a lot of money get it. But yeah, that's the only reason where I see that his case might be delayed.
Okay. All right. Let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 0853. We're ready for you. Please press *6 and to unmute your line. 0853. Hello?
Yeah, hi. Good evening, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu. I have a question. Yesterday, we received our green cards. Thank you so much for your show. It has been very helpful. But however, one problem is the last letter of my last name is missing. So I want to understand
what's your last
how
name?
We can get it corrected.
What's your last name?
𝐀𝐓𝐓𝐻𝐑. So there is a I after the after D, but the last I was missing.
You can do one thing. I mean, it's not going to cause any problem if you want to plan to travel or to do anything. The only thing that you have to do is that file an I-90 form. You can do it by yourself though. But the only problem is you'll have to send your green card back to them, and it will take time for them to issue another green card. In the meantime, if you want to, when you send the green card back to them, saying, let's say my last name needs to be corrected, they send it. It may take an year for them to send you the corrected one though. That one thing that you can do, or and in the meantime, you can make an info pass appointment. Take your passport. They will stamp in the passport saying that our green card is there. That will allow you to travel outside the country and come back. That's one way of doing it.
Okay.
The other way of living is I'll just ignore it. At the time of citizenship, you can take care of it. That's another thing that you can do.
Oh, really? We are planning to travel next month, so
if you travel with that particular green card, you will not have any problem, because they don't believe on the green cards anymore now. They don't believe on the passports. So I spoke with some of the people's confidentially, I can't tell who they are, but they said practically your passports and green cards are irrelevant. They know who you are. When you enter in the airport, in Delhi airport, they already have your eyes and everything studied. Everything is transmitted to there, and they already have all that information right from them, and you are the right person or not. So your green card is just for you to look at it. Oh, my picture is there on the green card. They already know whether you're a green card holder or not. And if they have any doubt, well, they'll take you to, they'll do the biometrics and check whether you're the right person or not, if you're the right person. So I'm not expecting much problem for you in travel, ma'am, if that's the concern you have.
Oh, that's so good to know, sir. Thank you so much. We were really concerned. So I can really take that green card, go to India and come back without any problem, right?
Absolutely,
so
you can. I don't see any problem. Yeah. Wish you best of luck, ma'am. Thank you. And
thank
keep
you
writing
so
the
much.
letters,
Thank you so
even though you
thank
got
you
the
so
green
much
card.
for letting us know also. You have a nice day.
Yeah, sure.
All right. On to our next caller and question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Skinny IT Dude. Says, got GCEAD and starting the second job, moving to a different state and primary employer is filing the H1 amendment. Would my primary employer be notified about my second job by USCIS as a part of this process?
No, absolutely not. You use the EAD, he won't even know.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And
let me explain. Let me explain to the other audiences what he's trying to do, though.
Okay.
He's working. He filed 485 with Company A, has a H1B with Company A, and now he's working for Company B, and he doesn't want to let Company A know that he's working for Company B. And this is done by commonly a lot of people. As far as immigration law is concerned, though, I assure you that since he has an EAD, he's not violating any of his statuses.
True. Awesome, Monday. Let's take our next caller with phone number ending in 7297. We're ready for you. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, Nitya Garu. Yeah, good evening, Nitya Garu, Rahul Garu.
Hello,
can
sir?
you hear me?
Good evening.
Yes, we can hear you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, so here is my question. Yeah, July, I'm going for a stamping in India, H1B stamping. So do I need a client letter?
It would be better if you take a client letter.
Yeah, so this is my situation. My project is ending this month and I'm working in consulting company. So I'm just planning to go to India.
When are you planning to go to India for stamping? Did you already have an appointment?
August 3rd. August 3rd. Yeah, I got an appointment.
So wait a minute. So you will not have any project, none whatsoever at all in August, though?
Yes, in that case, yeah.
It will be considered as misrepresentation if you don't have any project, you don't have any job, you're going there for stamping, it would be considered to be misrepresentation. You should not do that. Because you're applying, the only basis for you to get a stamping is you have a job. If you don't have a job, you should not apply for the H1B. Don't go there, don't do that, don't do the misrepresentation. Try to get another project and then try to travel at that point of time. We'll go to the next person.
Okay. Okay, one more question, sir. Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead,
so
sir.
this is, yeah, so I have a pending 485. So I filed EB3 downgrade and EB2 refile as well. So what's your suggestion? Should I wait for, or let's say in the best case, I got a project, but should I wait for green card and then travel?
First of all, you have an advance parole, is right?
No, I don't have advance parole. Actually, I just I reapplied for advance parole. It's got expired. The EB3 advance parole got expired this year, April. So it's still pending with Texas Service Center.
Well, obviously, to reduce all the risks that you have refiled the application, you did all these things, though. Obviously, to reduce all the risk, because every time you go to the consulate, you are going, the knife is there here at all times, and especially with the project and all those things, you don't want to feed the immigration lawyers, though. So I would not recommend that you travel until you get the green card under your current circumstances. The other suggestion is that, yeah, you have an advance parole, that becomes easier at that point of time for traveling, because even though you travel on advance parole, you will be considered to be traveling on H1B without H1B stamping.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right, folks, I know we have a lot of callers and a lot of people on the live chat with their questions, but unfortunately, we're all out of time today. Rahul Garu, thank you so much, as always, for being on the show and answering so many questions. Glad you had a great trip to Budapest.
Thank you.
Yeah, and let us know how it was in the next session on Mata. So we'd love to hear more about your trip as well. But to all our viewers, thank you so much. Please continue to watch our program and please continue to join us. Please continue to write to your congressmen, senators, ombudsmen, everyone. Just trouble them all till the point where they're like, oh my God, let's just give them their green cards. So on that note, come back to the show, same time, same place next week. And until then, have a great week and thank you.
Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to Gutha Mandala for achieving SAT score 1570, Farah Khalil 1540, Kunal Varma 1510, and many more top 1% scores.
Join our summer premiere SAT and ACT program. Pay now. Start in summer and get 40% discount.
Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ వారి గోల్డ్ ప్రామిస్ తో కురుస్తోంది బంగారు నాణాల వర్షం. గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్ ఆభరణాలు కొనుగోలు చేసి బంగారు నాణాలని ఉచితంగా తప్పకుండా పొందండి. త్వరపడండి, మీ దగ్గరలోని స్టోర్ కి వెళ్లి ప్రత్యేకమైన జ్యువెలరీ కలెక్షన్ ని ప్రత్యేకమైన ధరల్లో పొందండి. కేవలం మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ తో మాత్రమే.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour. Or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@testpreppundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
PSAT. Do you have a middle school child? Are you aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Do you know how strong they are in academics? We have an innovative PSAT program for grades 6 through 9. We will help your child thrive in academics and get them to the top 1% of the nation. It's never too early to start. Join our prestigious PSAT program. For more information, contact us, info@testpreppundits.com or 844-383-7844.